Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. We are just cruising right through this week, which is a blessing because I am very much so ready for the weekend. Mainly because it's February, Saturday is February 1st, and in January I did 30 days of keto, and I'm just ready to be off of such a restrictive diet. Like, I've been telling people that I'm not going to go back to like eating a whole bunch of unhealthy things, but I just think the weight will be lifted off my shoulders of not being forced to only eat certain foods or certain things. So I'm very excited about the weekend, and I'm actually very proud of myself that I even made it 30 days of this keto, because it was hard for you, girl. And if you remember that one video I made last year, I said I wasn't going keto, and if anything, this 30 days proved it, because I could not do this for life. And more power to the people that can. I just can't. So yeah, but anyway, happy Wednesday. I don't want to ramble on. I just really want to get to the content of this video, because I just love the focus for this week, because I just think it pulls in our purposeful month all together. So let's go ahead and get started. As always, God is blessing us. He's always going to be blessing us. Remember, the focus for this week was to be intentional, or to live intentional lives. And I think that in looking at our whole month full of purpose, remember, week one, we started off with talking about our purpose, what our purpose is, how to live purposeful lives. Week two, we talked about goals and did some goal setting. Last week, week three, we talked about success and what success looks like for different people. And now we're talking about being intentional, or living intentional lives, or just doing things with intention. And remember, on Monday, we defined intention, or being intentional, as doing things or living a life on purpose, or living a life in purpose. So, of course, when you take a look at all of those areas and then finally come to this week, week 4 of being intentional or living intentional, I think that it's important to state that in order to be successful in your goals, in order to be successful in your purpose, in order to live a purposeful life, period, you have to do it with 100% intention. And in saying that, in order to be intentional, you have to live on purpose, or live within your purpose. So this month, honestly, kind of just went full circle. We talked about our purpose. We did some goals that are in line with our purpose, how to be successful in our purpose. And then living intentional is doing just that. It's making sure that we understand our purpose, and that we've set goals, and that we're successful in these goals. So now when we're talking about living intentional, we're just pretty much living out the things that we have been talking about for the past 3 weeks. So remember last week when I gave us the activity last Friday, I told us to write down a goal, either one goal or several goals, however many goals that we wanted to accomplish in the week. And then on Saturday, when we go live, we were going to judge the success of that goal based off of, or the impact, I guess, of that goal based off of how successful we were. So the question for today, which also is going to play in and we will be answering on Saturday, is how intentional were we, or how intentional did we make sure that we were when we were accomplishing that goal? I can tell you one thing. The goal that I set a couple different goals. The one goal that I set was waking up every day at the time God told me to wake up, which is, now it's been pushed up to 4:30. And I have not been very intentional with that goal, which I can tell, when I'm disobedient in one area of my life that God tells me to be obedient in, that's dealing with my purpose overall, really, that a lot of other different areas of my life kind of shift because I didn't follow instructions at the top of the day. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to look at our intentions and how intentional we were in accomplishing that goal. And then on Friday, we're also going to talk about how can we structure our lives to be full of intention, or be full of purpose. And honestly, that goes back to the question that we had all the way back on week 1 about our purpose, is how to live purposeful lives. So how do we structure our lives to be intentional? How can we do things, or within our purpose and within accomplishing our goals and reaching those successes, how can we do that so that we're fully intentional, and not just like, okay, I've identified my purpose, I've identified a goal that I have, I know what success looks like for that goal, But now, like, how do I bring all of that together and be intentional in order to complete or fulfill that goal, and not only live a purposeful month, but carry out my purpose for the rest of my life. So we're going to look at that on Friday, and then also go live on Saturday and talk about that activity that we had and kind of recap our purposeful month. I'm super excited to recap, and also I'm going to introduce the goal for the month of February, which I'm very excited about that too. So hope everyone has a great Wednesday and a wonderful Thursday, and I'll talk to you guys again on Friday. Bye.